I guess I'm gonna do this now. I want to talk about the new DCOM Underwraps. Now, this may come as a surprise to you kids, or just any nerdy adults who still like Disney Channel original movies, but this is actually a remake. Yeah, a reimagined Disney Channel classic. Underwraps was actually the very first Disney Channel original movie that came out when I was born. The year I was born, 1997. Evan. And so I couldn't have seen it on Disney Channel Live. I don't think we had Disney Channel. Plus I was a baby, so I wouldn't understand it anyway, you know? So Underwraps is here's the storyline to Underwraps. It is about three kids, Gilbert, Marshall, and Amy, and they find a stolen mummy. They're first scared of him, but then realize he's just as scared of that. He's very friendly. He's just scared himself. So Marshall takes him home, and then home for a little bit, but then decides that even though he's not scary, he feels like he's babysitting the mummy, and he needs to get more information about the mummy. So he goes to one of his friends who owns the scare shop. I forget his or her name. In the original, it's a him, but in the new remake, it's a her. Anyway, what happens is she does some research on the mummy, or he does, and they find out that if he's not back in his coffin often by midnight, on Halloween night, he turns to dust. So now the pressure's on for the three kids. The mummy's life is in their hands. And if that's not bad enough, there are some villains after the mummy. They eventually kidnap the mummy, but long story short, they save the mummy from the bad guys and get him back to his coffin on time. Happy ending, like a Disney movie should be, you know? Anyway, so there were a few differences in the original. A few of the differences were some content the original had that they don't usually allow in kids content today. But that is a subject I shouldn't talk about on this stream. This is a family stream. So, one difference is in the original, the store owner of Marshall's favorite Halloween store, in the original, it was a guy. But in the new one, it's a girl. And then one of the other differences is the original did not have a bully, but the new one did it. And Kumba is the villain of Underwraps, and the original Kumba does not have a buyer for the mummy, but in the new one he does. As a rich lady, a very rich lady. Yeah. And in the original, Gilbert has glasses. Same old Gilbert. Gilbert's the one that's very afraid of everything. Marshall's the one, but Gilbert has glasses in the original. But in the new one, Gilbert has asthma and he uses an inhaler. Also in the new one, they kind of modernize it a little bit, you know. At the party, there are some. In the original, the original was made in 1997, so it's not as So The new one's a little more modernized, but of course it is because it's modern day. So, yeah, like the costumes, like there are some costume people dressed as. There's a couple. There's an extra couple, like extras. They don't have lines. There's a couple in the background that's dressed as Zed and Addison from Zombies. And they're playing, and in the gym they play Calling All the Monsters. Originally recorded by China Anne McClain, but this is the new recording China Anne McClain did with her band 3, which is a band that consists of her two other sisters, and they feature a rapper named Messenger in this one. And so that plays while in the original, like they play a slow song all by myself. So that's a big difference. There are a lot of other differences, but like I'd rather not discuss them because I don't think they're appropriate for this stream. So I highly but in my opinion, but like it's every parent's own decision. I highly recommend you let them watch the newer Under Wraps, because the original one does not really have kids content. Like it was kids content in the time, but then like there were new laws, but it's every parent's own decision. And but remember, you gotta know your kid well, okay?